Hope you enjoy everyone. Thanks for watching this 7 hours. Getting my latest review on Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, episode 146, Dimension Highway. This is one of the best episodes because I've seen Yuya versus Jack, because we finally found out the meaning why, not just, we finally found out the meaning why has going through all the dimensions and spreading entertainment and smiles. It's not just, to save Ray Rusto. It's also to test him to see if he can use the four dragons, which he has not. So far, we've seen him when he faced against Dennis and Kurosaki, he has not used any of the other dragons at all against him as his opponents. So that's probably one of the reasons why he was tested so hard. But things are what you call different. Yuya, he knows about the four dragons. The thing is, he's been afraid to summon them. I mean, it's obvious that he's probably reawakened all of his memories, all of what he did at the past. He feels guilty for for what happened with Zark, so he can't, he can't afford to feel anything like that anymore, which is pretty sad. I mean, he feels guilty. That's one of the reasons why he doesn't summon the dragons. Again, it's not just because of that. Anyway, Renji, sees this, he decides, he's been testing you all this time, so he decides to step up the game. This time when he duels Jack, he's gonna make it into a turbo duel or riding duel, the original, across the dimension corridor, basically a dimension highway, as you can see. So Yuya and Jack are gonna be dueling across all the dimensions, on this energy trail, It's kind of similar to how Bruno and you say did their duel in the sky. That's a big call Easter egg to that. If you guys watched the last couple episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, that was pretty crazy. During the whole Cradle arc. When you see that, it's definitely very crazy. When I see this, Yuya, he does feel afraid, but he has support from his friends. His friends believe it. We even get to see Crow. He comes in and using the same D-wheeler and tracksuit that he used during, the Friendship Cup, and Crow believes in him, and everybody he's watching. We get to see Shinji, Frank, Amanda Turner, the Free Kids, Tokamatsu, Chojiro. Everybody in the secret dimension is watching him, and not just him. Standard, Heartland, they're all watching, and to see what he's gonna do. Basically, he has the power to do this. But this is his biggest challenge yet. Is he ready to use the four dragons or not? This is his biggest test yet. To use the four dragons to see if he can bring Hope back, but he's afraid of his power. The duel starts. They mentioned Highway. Jack, starts off. He summons out right away. Red Gargoyle, a Red Resonator summons out. Red Demon Dragon Tyrant right away. With this, he's not Tyrant. Scarlight. He summons out Scarlight right away. Yuya himself responds with not only bringing out with Pendulum Summon using Stargazer and Time Gazer. He also summons out Odd Eyes Dragon Remora, and also a new monster, Odd Eyes Minotaur. Right, Yuya uses his dragon's ability to increase his dragon by 500, but also using Minotaur's ability to weaken his monster by 300. He's basically afraid to literally go all out. Jack, he counters this. He uses his red crystal. He makes sure that his dragon survives. He noticed that Yuya keeps holding back on him. Which is something he doesn't like. And the fact that he keeps doing this means that Yuya is definitely afraid. He sees this in Yuya, which is something he does not like. The fact that he's afraid of his own power. But the thing is, he's not just afraid of that. One of the main reasons he's doing this is because of Zark, but also because of Yuzu and the Bracer Gloves. He believes that by summoning the dragons, that they won't help Yuzu because they were once Ray. Leo's trying to bring back Ray, while the four dragons against and Ray, they never got along, because they were opposite to each other. Remember, Ray split up the four dragons, and she defeated Zark. He's afraid of feeling that kind of power again, afraid of losing control, which is something you gotta think about, And Jack sees this coming, you know. The fact that he sees this, you know, he sees Yuya hesitating with his power, you know, basically seeing the fact that he's not willing to go this far. So he tries to step up his game, you know. He uses the same strategy over again. Jack sees this coming. He summons out Red Giant, Red Gargoyle, and Double Resonate, and he brings out Red Demon Dragon's Tyrant. So Yuya has to face two of Jack's ace monsters right off the bat, you know. He's putting the pressure on Yuya, you know, making sure he does this. Because, you know, even though Yuya, you know, he counters, you know, using his Stargazer, using Stargazer's abilities, you know, he knows that this is not going to be easy. Jack can anticipate any move that he makes. He's not a more opponent. It took everything Yuya had to beat him last time. And even that was very difficult for him, you know. This time, this time he's not using the swing pendulum ability, you know. He's doing something else, you know. No, this time he's got to think differently, you know. And seeing that Jack, you know, is trying to pressure him, you know. He thinks of him as a coward because he's not fighting with all he's got. And the thing is, he's a bit right, you know. The fact that Yuya is not fighting with everything he has in the tank, the fact he's not giving it his all, you know, it proves as a duelist that he's not fighting his hardest. Jack is a real serious duelist. If you're not giving it a fight that he might well end you right now. But then at that moment, after Yuya loses two of his monsters, he's about to be completely wiped out by Jack. Like, he hears the voices of all the other Itos. He hears Yuto's voice, he hears Yuri's voice, he hears Yugioh's voice, saying that, don't you understand? Our dragons, how they feel? That they want to come out. That they want to be a part of this. That they want to duel. And then Yuya remembers, we were once the same. We were one. We are Zark. And remember, I'll talk about Zark after this. Remember, they were all one person. And that was before and after Zark became evil and the dimensions split up. And now things are what you call very difficult for them. So what the hell are they gonna do? Oh, you know, Yuya, you know, he has to summon Odd Eyes Discoverer, you know. There's a lot of Odd Eyes monsters in this, you know. He managed to negate the destruction of monsters and managed to save himself, but he managed to come back, you know, survive. And seeing Yuya, how strong he is, you know, in fact, he's able to outwit his opponent, you know. He's still coming out stronger than ever. But now he finally realizes that he has to accept what he is. That he is Zark and he holds the four dragons. And he has to find a way to bring them back out. He uses the pendant scale. He summons back out his monsters, you know, once again. Jack, you know, doesn't like it. No, he still doesn't understand. But yes, he does understand. Now I'm about to show you our power, you know. He summons out Dark Rebellion, and at the same time, get to see that Reria is reacting, and this is the first time we see him react. Remember, he's only a child, but he still has the evil soul of Zark in him, and he thinks that, and the reason why he's reacting is because remember, the Zark and the dragons were once one, so it's a way they respond to each other, but only when more of the dragons are on the field. That's one of the reasons why Reria didn't react before, because only Odd Eyes was out, and not the other four, you know. Then he summons out Clearwing. How he summons out Clearwing using a new tuner monster, Odd Eyes Synchron, which is a pendulum tuner monster, and he uses Stargazer to synchro summon, using the monsters in his pendulum zone to summon his other monsters. Then finally there's Odd Eyes Discovery. He uses Odd Eyes Discovery to fuse it with Time Gazer, and together they become Star Venom Fusion Dragon. And he summoned all three dragons in one turn, which is impressive. And the more dragons he brought out, the more we can see this aura, this darkness around Reria. The more he starts to react. Remember, he is Zark, so that means that he is reacting the way Zark would. Like, they're calling out to each other. They want to become one. What does this mean for Yuya? What will this mean for Yuya? In the end, anyway, you know? Somewhere down the line, we're going to see an end result to this, you know? What is that end result? No, I have an idea. You know, I'll put a recap and theory video at the end of this, you know, week, you know, if I can, because I have a hectic schedule thing. I'll do what I can, but trust me when I tell you it's going to be epic. when you think about it. Seeing this, I can't wait to see what happens. It looks Yuya's gonna use all four dragons to probably beat Jack. That's probably the most likely of outcomes that's gonna happen. But the truth is, can he handle it? Can he handle controlling all four dragons at once to be able to take him by Zark, or can he save Reria using this method? Who knows? That's all I gotta say. Hey, I have a feeling about who Yuya's final opponent is gonna be. It may be Renji, but it may not be Renji. Given all the circumstances. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thank you. Let's get my latest review on Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 146 Dimension Highway. I'm out. Peace. See you guys later.